Good morning, Americans. This is your favorite alien here on the morning or afternoon of Monday, August 29th, or no, Tuesday, August 30th, 2022. And I'm doing a special comment on the Baseball Hall of Fame and you Americans. And I know there's a lot of pros and cons to this issue on the Baseball Hall of Fame. The Baseball Hall of Fame is refusing to induct people like Barry Bonds for taking the steroids. Sammy Sosa, same thing. Mark McGwire, same thing. I believe that's also true for Roger Clemens. Yeah, for the same thing. Pete Rose for betting on baseball, if I remember that right, from 1989. And, other players like Palmeiro for taking that. But basically, Bonds, Sosa, and McGwire, Clemens, and Pete Rose are the big three. But there's a few others, like I said, Palmeiro and others. And, players that are going to be inducted are Miguel Cabrera, Albert Pujols, Mark Scherzer, and Jacob deGrom. They're going to be inducted there too. And don't forget Jason Verlander. Okay, they're due to be inducted. The Baseball Hall of Fame should be for the numbers. There's a lot of baseball players that are inducted in that thing that should never have been inducted because of their character flaws, if you're doing it this way. Shoeless Joe Jackson is another one that should be inducted in there. They never could determine whether he, yes, hated the Black Sox scandals, but most of the evidence that comes back says no, he was just a stupid guy at the wrong place at the wrong time. My question is, if you have the National Football League's Hall of Fame, the NBA's Hall of Fame, who has players with bad character in them, and LeBron James is going to be one that's going to be inducted in them. Michael Jordan has a kind of a bad reputation to him on there, yet he's number one on everybody's list. The National Football League with guys like Alice Karras in there. If he's in the National Football League and Michael Jordan's in the NBA Hall of Fame, and you can go into other Hall of Fames. The Golf Hall of Fame, for one, has some bad characters in it too. The National Hockey League Hall of Fame has some bad characters in it. They were really bad, but they had good numbers. It should be about the numbers and not the flaws of the individual. Whether you like it or not, Barry Bonds has 762 home runs. Legitimately or illegitimately, he hit them. Okay, did he have help? Well, a lot of people have help with a lot of things. You can't do your house without that. If you're sticking to Pete Rose betting on baseball, did he actually fix games? I doubt it. There's guys in the National College Hall of Fame, basketball and football, who shouldn't be there, especially basketball for shaving points. So you see what I mean? They're in there already. Why is Major League Baseball so insistent in the baseball writers who should just put them in there because they are there? Should Babe Ruth and Tyrannus Raymond Cobb be in the Hall of Fame? No. Tyrannus Cobb was a very bad person and cheated and tried to kill people with his spikes if he could. It's a different era when he played, yes. Other players also had issues. Some were prejudiced, some were not. Jackie Robinson, should he be there? Some people will tell you no, other people will tell you yes. But he's in, and good, because he deserves to be in. Same as these other guys deserve to be in. Because it's about numbers. The game, you've changed it. Now you have designated hitters, pitch clocks, clocks that tell you can pitch only 25 seconds, and if not, well, it's going to cost you. You can't bowl the catcher. Hey, in the old days, you could throw a person out by throwing at him. If he's running down the bases and you can get him with the baseball, woohoo! See, baseball changes every generation or so. But the people still have money. And they get more money today than they ever did in those days. Albert Pujols has 694 home runs. Should he be in the Hall of Fame? Well, it depends on how you look at it. Some people would say no, because he spent 10 years at a lousy team like the Los Angeles Angels. My vote is yes, because of the numbers. I don't know Mr. Pujols in person. I don't know Mr. Verlander or Mr. Thurshire, but I've seen some antics that they have there. Heck, should the Mad Hungarian be there sometime? Yes. And I'm pretty sure that your committee, Veterans Committee, is going to put the Mad Hungarian in there. Should Dizzy Dean be in the Hall of Fame? Well, you say he doesn't have the numbers. How about Mr. Murphy from the Braves? Should he be there? Yes. Andrew Jones? Yes. And Andrew Jones did a lot of bad things. But he was just a player, young player, and stuff like that a lot of players do. Dennis Rodman. Bad things in basketball. See what I mean? You had players like Magic Johnson, who some people didn't want him in because he got AIDS. Really? Magic Johnson deserves to be there because he was one of the better players that basketball ever produced. Shoeless Joe Jackson should be there because he was one of the better players that baseball produced. Pete Rose, I don't like him personally, but he should be there because of his numbers. Same with other players. Mark McGwire, I don't like him. And Sosa, well, he tried to cheat. But then again, everybody cheats in baseball. You always try to get the upper hand on your opposition, whether you're a batter or a pitcher. Gaylord Perry. Is he in the Hall of Fame? Yes. Should he not be there? Oh, you betcha he shouldn't be there. Spitballs here and the illegal items that he used? Yeah. See what I mean? Shoeless Joe Jackson has all the right to be there. So does Pete Rose. And so does other players that are not there. Because it's a game of numbers. How you got the numbers doesn't matter. You got them. It's about the guys that come in after you and take the numbers away from you. That is the question. You guys don't recognize Barry Bonds as a home run hitter. All you recognize is Hank Aaron. And do you recognize Stan the Man? Yes. Cardinals do. And he's in there. Is Mark Trout going to be there? Well, I don't know. How about Ohtani? Is he going to be there, or Ichiro? We don't know, but maybe the Veterans Committee will say yes. You see my point, Americans? Tell the National Baseball Hall of Fame that these guys should be in there because they earned it with their numbers. How they got it? Well, hey, There's a lot of National Hall of Fames of other sports that people shouldn't be on there because of the way they did that. Alex Karras, for one, in football. Michael Jordan in basketball should not be there. Definitely LeBron James shouldn't be there. But you see, now you're going bias. The numbers say otherwise. Bias says different. It's about the numbers. You put them there, and that doesn't mean they're gods. That just means that they were players who did this during their lifetime. Do you understand me, Americans? This is your favorite alien. Good day.